Bring him forth. You have sinned most grievously against our leader and tiny god Sargon, among other offenses against the thought leaders of the online DR. We, the Parasocial Brotherhood, judge these crimes so abhorrent that there can be only one penalty. You shall be taken from here to Swindon Correctical by road to be hung by the neck until you are very much dead. Take him down. Everyone encounters people in life, myself included, who make you wince. You look at them or see their actions, and it can, if you let it, take a little spring from your step. The dawning realization, I share the world and consciousness with this person. Not reality, we inhabit a separate reality, but we are on the same firmament. We both experience life as a sentient bipedal. For some of you, this might be the town junkies asking for bus money for the 100th time, with a litter of ill-bred kids, unidentified moisture around the bottom of his tracksuit. You look at them and think, oh dear, oh no. But for me, it isn't people like that who make me truly wince. I actually have empathy for them. In a way, I have pity for them. It is easy to fall into the devil's snares after all. No, the town junkie doesn't do it for me. What really makes me question if there is more to this life, and if we are in fact just a sentient ape, a cruel quirk of evolution doomed to oblivion. What makes me start thinking such depressing, unchristian thoughts is the fans of the dissident right influencers. The sort of guys who go to bat for these influencers. The sort of people who, when they see you criticizing or just mocking their favorite influencer, will say something like, "You leftist hypocrite. You shot the first 1,000 rounds in this war. We don't care what you think anymore." The only reason you could dislike or just find amusing one of their favorite gub-gub boys is because you are a leftist. See, for these sad souls of the digital night, their influencer is the position, is the movement, is the very idea of Europe itself. They have devolved into such a parasocial disreality that they believe when you attack someone like Sargon or Jolly Heretic or Millennial Woes, Morgoth, you are attacking the idea that Britain should be majority British people, or you are endorsing the enemy. If you mock Sargon, you are effectively a Pakistani groomer. I mean, imagine being this way. It is much easier for me to have empathy and understanding with John the crackhead with the bus money than it is for these parasocial regional uni weirdos. I really try, but I can't. You know, when you see someone or hear someone speak, or in this case write, and you just know, I am biologically and spiritually born to be an eternal enemy of this person. For thousands of years, I probably came from a line of men and women that opposed this guy, being around them, being around their family. Genetic alarm bell stuff. I mean, these guys are probably not working class, hard done kids. They are lower middle class, middle class, type that go to college and study some ICT nonsense. Or they have a sociology degree from Bolton Uni. I knew people like this. Well, I saw people like this. They were odd. They were bitter. Ever had a hangover and you start randomly thinking about some obscure character from your life whose very being depresses you? And you get the fear. I don't mean physical. I actually don't mean physical at all. It is consciousness, psyche, spiritual. Yes, mostly they are physically odd too. But that is beside the point. I can like and even love people who are physically ugly. I'm not a biological determinist like Moscow Edward Dutton. Ironically, yes, Ed the Gimp is a biological determinist. I believe God makes all sorts. But does he really make unironic Sargon fans? Does he really design children who grow up to become men who donate to Young Bob, Millennial Woes, Morgoth's Review, Hugh Anthony? Does he create men who leave comments like this? Or this? Well, ultimately, yes. But my point is not to make you ponder the existential question of our dissident right fans' evidence that there is no Father in heaven. Although it does remind me, during the colonial period, I believe it was a Spanish naturalist, he found a spider in the Amazon in which the female breeds and survives almost solely by getting knocked up and eating her own young. So when she has a few lean days or whatever, she gets knocked up with baby spiders solely for the purpose of eating said spiders. Now, for the Catholic Church, this was a serious ontological question. Why would God make such a creature? What the fuck is this? Thomas Aquinas, Augustine never mentioned this. But my point is, the Parasocial DR fans, it's a similar sort of thing. It's an existential question, isn't it? What the hell are these people? I was talking to a friend of the show. He said something interesting. I was saying I really don't have much true hatred for any of these influencers. I just think they are funny, lame, and pathetic. Yes, they are also questionable and dodgy, but I don't hate them deeply. I said, but I do hate their fans. They're water carriers. And he agreed and said something like, the influencers hate the people who support them even more than you. And it sort of clicked for me. Of course they despise them too. Just like Satan hates his demons, and his demons hate him. They all hate humanity. The demons worship Satan or the Luciferian intent, but he does not love Satan. He is incapable of love. Do you know what I'm trying to say? The reason I don't hate the influencers while strongly opposing them and their grift is because they represent a less dark aspect of man. They are grasping, they want fame, they want money, position. These are all things we can understand as humans. But the fanboy, what does he want? What does he actually get? Nothing. Nothing other than an abyss to gaze into and it back onto him. Nothing other than parasocial gub-gub feels. The reason I, and I'm sure many others, hate the fanboys more than influencers is because they are the abyss. They are the hollow shape without form. They are the chasm into which the influencers yell and receive back the warmth of their own voice. Answer in the comments if you have any thoughts. God bless, and I don't want anyone thinking I'm losing faith. We preach Christ crucified on this channel, and no parasocial weirdos will end that. But it does make you think, like the Spanish naturalist and his Amazonian spider. All the best. God bless. Bye-bye.
Hi, you. I'm a big fan of yours. I'm from the age of 16. I was 16 in a very liberal college, and I ran the Brexit Party society at college. Got into a lot of trouble at this liberal college because they were all gay rights and everything. But I want to be MP of Doncaster. I don't want to climb the political ladder any further than that. I want to make Doncaster great again. I want to do that as an independent.